Hello everybody. On the 20th of June, at the time of the summer or let's try again. Sagittarius is the comic, so I guess it's time to be comical. Maybe I'll do Donald Duck. Right, now I can get started. So let's try to be more serious now. Saturn in Sagittarius, be serious. We have got a full moon at 29 degrees of Sagittarius at the time of the solstice. So it's a powerful time, powerful energies here in the heavens. How can you use them best? This is what this video is about. Last month we had a full moon at 1 degree of Sag. Now we've got a full moon at 29 degrees of Sagittarius. So the energies of Sagittarius are very prominent. Let's think about what Sagittarius is about. To me, when I think of Sagittarius, it's ruled by Jupiter. I think of generosity, of opening my arms out to the world. And as you know, when you give, the more you've got to give. So it's an opening time. Sagittarius rules everything to do with miracles, magic, seeing beyond the horizon, going beyond anything you've ever perceived of or imagined was possible. I'm reminded of the quote by Albert Einstien. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle, and the other is as though everything is a miracle. At the time of this full moon, we're still under the influence of this mutable grand cross. So there's a tension going on. Always when I think of this mutable grand cross, you're being stretched from side to side and upwards. Yes, and somebody mentioned to me, one of my clients in an email said she felt like she'd been going under one of those medieval stretchers where they used to actually just stretch your body. And that's how it's been feeling, and quite honestly, it's how it's been feeling to me too. Because with Mercury being at the apex in Gemini of this mutable cross, it's a time of looking, it's a time of blowing your mind. That's to me what this is about. Blowing everything that you thought was possible. It becomes like you're living in a magical universe. Magic is possible. Let's break down this cross because I think it's very significant. Mercury in Gemini is asking you to question everything. It's opposite to Saturn here in Sagittarius. Maybe it's time to question some of your beliefs concerning religion. Maybe some of your prejudices. I'm not suggesting that you're prejudiced, but your reactions to Islam, to Christianity, Judaism, religions generally. It's a hot topic, isn't it? It's a hot subject, and will be certainly until the end of 2017. Whilst we've got Saturn in Sagittarius. Everything to do with boundaries, immigration. What are your views? Why do you have those views? We're going to see polarities going on. We're already seeing that. Britain is being asked whether it wants to exit the euro. That's very much this opposition energy. And of course, with all the mutable energy, people aren't really just not quite sure. There's a lot of uncertainty. That too comes from all this mutable energy because things are changing so quickly. Suddenly there were strikes in France that almost brought the country to a standstill. I have to say we've always got strikes here in Greece and people just kind of work around them. Can't tell you how many times I turn up at the tram and I'm wondering, nobody else here? Oh, okay, it's Iberia. It's a strike. Got it. So, what are you believing? What laws and structures have you placed in your life that are maybe limiting you from seeing more miracles, more possibilities? That's what this full moon in Sagittarius is really wanting you to see. We've got a square going on with Mercury and Jupiter. So this is asking you to look at some of the details of your life, because the details are just as important as the big picture. What are you doing that maybe is just same old, same old? For me, I like going to the market on a Friday. We've got a local one here in Athens. And I always go to the right-hand side first. I like to look at the clothes first before I get food. And I noticed it this time. I thought, Barbara, why don't you go left this time? And let's have a change. And I had a completely different experience of the market. Amazing. So look at some of the details that you might just want to change. Because I'm reminded of Pilates, Joseph Pilates, who says that movement brings about change. And through movement, you heal. So this is a wonderful opportunity for some tremendous healing to take place, especially mentally. The healing of the mind, the mental state. That mental state that keeps you in turmoil, that says you can't do this, you shouldn't do this, why didn't you do that? Now we've got the square going on with Neptune. And to me, this is the strongest part of this mutable cross. Why? Because Mercury is in rulership in Gemini, so it's strong. And Neptune is in rulership in Pisces, so it's strong. This is asking you to open up possibly to things that you wouldn't previously have believed are possible. I certainly had to open up my mind to channeling, and to confess to you that I still do, because it's so magical and it's so unbelievable that my mind is being blown many times a day, but often wonderfully. If you'd like me to talk about channeling, some of you have said you'd like me to do a video about the channeling, I'm happy to do it. Let me know. Let's have some feedback about that. Just to let you know, I channeled a painting for this full moon in Sagittarius. This is what came through. The fire of Sagittarius. All those different planets and possibilities and places. What can you open yourself up to that you previously would not have thought was possible? I've had to open myself up to many healings in my physical body that I was certainly told by the medical profession were not going to be possible. I'd had pains for years in my Achilles tendons, only being able to walk very short distances, and I was told that I would always have to wear heels, shoes with a heel. Now I'm comfortably standing here in bare feet talking to you, and that's just one of many, many things. Is it painful sometimes? You bet. We are being stretched. It's a time of stretching ourselves. And it can be very uncomfortable. But I'm always being shown that through that discomfort comes something even better, even more miraculous than I could have perceived before. What miracles can you bring into your life that are going to be triggered by this full moon in Sagittarius? I'm looking forward to hearing all your responses, your comments, your emails. It gives me great pleasure to receive and to hear from you. I'm open. I'm open to those of you who told me, why did you leave Bernie Sanders out? And you were right. Why did I? I needed to open my mind up to other possibilities. Yes, try not to be too rigid. Again, final quote now from Joseph Pilates again, that if your spine is inflexibly stiff at 30, you are old. But if it's flexible at 60, you are young. And I'm aiming for that flexibility. I'm trying. Some days are better than others. Is it perfect? No. But it's a learning process. Mercury in Gemini.